Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are traveler. We were just discussing the history of...
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. We are discussing the whereabouts of the first...
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them today. Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Tivat. The world's very first Mora should...
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has... For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, the world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this...
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal...
I can't say I... Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a cat. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument...
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating...
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more?
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless.
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught...
That is correct in...
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so...
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce. I mean, I am...
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us?
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the... So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you...
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance...
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But Morax used a rather underhanded trick to... assassinate...
What? No...
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event... I've already searched for answers for a long time.
No, it's just...
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise...
First of all, I'm not holding a There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man.
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also...
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too. This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful...
Wait, this is an archaeological expedition, not...
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will...
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest...
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, an ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really...
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle...
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about... Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned...
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapon.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis, but due to the different angles they landed at, they're large centers of mass. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spear...
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis...
Indeed. This is where most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex...
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeology. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and...
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
hunters!
Here comes the finale.
Burn!
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Wipe out!
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydro-mimic monsters... I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic.
A round of applause. And voila!
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
You call yourself
We all have our areas of expertise.
Oh, stop arguing!
This girl just keeps bragging about how she left me to rely solely on...
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm... And you! You kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth.
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the...
Now, calm down. No need to make a... Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right?
So, it's only valuable for research if...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about cold... But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get...
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the jade...
Ah, I see. What a shame.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be... All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of salt's people. Therefore...
According to legend, the people of the god of salt, Havria. But this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually how the area... However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism... So at the moment, The seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of law. The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of salt lie within this ruin.
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, no.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although, let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so. Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember when I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision, but when we lit up all the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Ark. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. All
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
certainly you have. And the contents of this saying to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War at that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, and that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad, then. In the end, this piece...
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the...
Bombs away!
Is this an answer from this world?
Water jet!
Are you taking me out?
Directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Oh my.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the... Clue. Give it another try.
He...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Clue. Give it another try.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time.
Right.
Go!
Yeah!
I'll keep this close.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will...
Okay. What is it?
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we... To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No,
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer... You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god of salt should be enough to...
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one if we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's...
Don't disappoint me.
Are these... statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Rise!
Look at this! It's filled...
It just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god...
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. although it is only half.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount...
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of...
Finally, after all that effort, I've found pressure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object...
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than...
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Rise!
This is getting interesting. This is order. Quake! Rise!
Just a simple ruler. Doesn't look to be worth it.
This, if I remember correctly...
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler...
No! Unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need... Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make...
Because you agreed to a Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath.
That is one of your Liyue gods.
Will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Dues. Crumble! Quake! Leaving so soon?
Give up.
Rise! You shouldn't see me like this. No escape!
Verdict is...
A round of applause. Now disappear.
Prepare yourself. I'm feeling a little off. Leaving so soon?
Go!
Prepare yourself. Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any...
Oh, darn you! Just...
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend. Yeah, good thing Paimon can...
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really... I think we should be honest with you.
Huh?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple... You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between...
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue had very...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli?
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Li, come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Crumble! Rise! Crumble! Quake! Crumble!
Your life is mine. Here, don't waste my time.
I will have order! Quake! Rise!
Bombs away!
Crumble! This is order!
This is... Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back! Fight back against the power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the salt chalice, and if we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of...
It does look like...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2
This...
Zhongli, she seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it... Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign your...
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could stop. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands.
No.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people.
Not even a single blade? Then...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying—
As I said before...
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick—
Hey! Hey! Come back!
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to... Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will...
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
Quake!
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that... This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god, the Archon War, was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of...
But what about these...
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain, those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had... So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her... But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once...
Even if this is so, this must be a lie. A false history. Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli?
This is the price she must pay. Yet, judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, indeed, in ages past, Havria, faith in a god who has already passed will do you. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now...
Huh? What do you want to do?
Treading old ground. One cannot help but be reminded of...
Water jet!
Give up.
Now, I mentioned before that the Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a home. I ended an era with my own two hands. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. I need to find a better way of recording history. Stone carvings were one such ancient method. But unchanging stone?
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history, as long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times.
Sounds like tough.
Now then, it is time that we consigned
Huh? Why do we need...
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnant... This includes Osial, overlord of the Vortex. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.